Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Today, I'm going to show you what I was able to do with some of those terrific food bargains I was able to purchase recently. So stick around because you don't want to miss it. Thanks for joining me today. I want to run through a few things with you for a few minutes just to show you try to show you a different way of looking at what you have in the food that you have and what you can do with what you're able to buy. Do you remember the video I posted? I believe it was June 22nd, 2022. You can go back and check that out if you want to, on the bargains I was able to get when I was foraging for food. Remember those burgers I found, the pub burgers that came down to $1.98 a pound at Jewel Osco? These are the 8-ounce burgers. I put them in this pan and froze them. Okay? Why did I do that? I did that because I have a freezer bag and I wrote on it ground beef, 8 ounces each, 6/20/22. And I'm going to put these in the freezer bag. I froze them individually. Why? Because they weigh 8 ounces each. And I can look at the bag and I say 8 ounces each. And if I need some burger, I can pull out a half a pound of burger and use it however I wish. So how can I use it? I could take all 8 of these burgers if I wanted to, and I could just serve 8 people, a big honkin' 8-ounce burger. That's awesome. Or I could divide them out after they're thawed, and I could feed 16 people a 4-ounce burger, right? Or I could take a pound of the burger and I could make a casserole or put it in pasta, or I could do all kinds of things with it. I could brown it and do something nice with it. Or I could take an 8-ounce piece, half a pound, and I could stretch this. I could stretch this 8 different times and in many dishes and feed many people. I could feed many people many meals. Does that make sense? So you could do the one thing or you could do the many things. So I'm popping these frozen 8-ounce portions in this bag here. I hope they all fit. And I am going to pop them back in the freezer for future use. So that's how you can do it. This can stretch. I was able to get this for $1.98 or 99 cents, $1.98 a pound is what it came down to with the digital coupon. So I didn't look at it as, well, my word, what am I going to be able to do with those big burgers? I can't eat a burger that big. Well, to heck with that. It is meat. It is ground beef. It was $1.98 a pound. And the store told me that I could buy 8 of these. And I did. There you go. That is, think about it in a new way. Now then, guess what? I used this parchment paper so they would not stick in this pan. I used the parchment paper. I'm going to hang on to this parchment paper, and you can make fun of me if you want to, but I'm going to fold it up. I'm going to put it back in the freezer, and I'm going to use it again for the exact same purpose. I'm going to use it again for the exact same purpose. Okay? All right. All right. That's it. I hope this helps. We cannot afford to do things the same old way. We have to figure it out. We have to figure out how we can look at things differently, how we can stretch things and make our food money stretch and make our food stretch. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. So that's just one of the things. Hang on, because I'm going to show you something else that you can do, which is going to help you out. Okay, remember a couple of videos ago when I told you about Quickstar? They have a Monday special on rotisserie chicken every Monday, $4.99. I believe there's a limit of 2. You can buy rotisserie chicken, and they give you a package of dinner rolls for free, and those rolls are delicious, by the way. So this is what I have left. I have eaten on this all week. I would say almost every day I've had chicken and salad, or cold chicken, slices of chicken and slaw. And I've even shared some of this with my little dog. So I have the carcass left. What am I going to do with this carcass? What in the world can I do with this carcass? I'm going to take this carcass and I'm going to put it in my stovetop pressure cooker. This is a smaller one. You guys might have an instant pot or Instapot or whatever they call them. This is much cheaper. It doesn't have all the gadgets on it, which makes me happy. I don't want all those gadgets. And so, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this, I'm going to pop it in here. I happened to look in my freezer. I had some other bones from other chicken. And I've got some scrap vegetables that I actually shoved in a bread bag. Yes, a bread bag. Okay? So, I am going to put this in here. We're going to get it ready. And I'm going to make some good chicken broth, some bone broth out of this. There's a lot of good flavor in the bottom of this, so I put some hot water in there, and I'm gonna add that so I could get all of that out of the container. Now I'm gonna fill this up with some water, and I'm gonna start with hot water because I don't care. I'm gonna give it a head start. That's fine. This pot has a fill line. I don't know if you can see that. I took it up to the first fill line, not the top one. Okay? So I'm gonna, because this has vegetables in it too, I'm gonna season this up. A little bit of salt, little bit. Because as it gets more concentrated, it gets more salty. So we're not gonna go too crazy on that. And I'm going to do some pepper, a little bit, and I'm going to put some garlic in this. Now then, when this is all done, and whether I can it or just keep it in the fridge. I'm going to mark it as seasoned chicken vegetable broth. Okay, so I know what it is. So I know it's not just vegetable broth. Okay? All right. So here we go. Gonna get it going. This cost me, I think it was right around $60 or under. I know it wasn't any more than that. So I'm gonna turn my burner on. This automatically goes to 11 pounds of pressure. It's gauged for that. So the gauge is on. It's fine. Now then, I want to suggest something to you. You can keep these. These are pretty sturdy, or you can, I don't know, recycle them or whatever you're going to do to them. I don't know. Plant some vegetables in them. But I'm going to scrub this up. I have a little storage in my garage. I will probably put it in there or put it down in the basement. And this can be used to tote maybe your own roasted chicken. Or how about if you just scrub this up real nice, take the label off, and use it to carry some potato salad. And then if something happens to it and you have to throw it away, that's all right. Okay? All right. Just a suggestion. Okay. That's it for that. Okie dokie, my pressure cooker is going. I have set it for an hour. It's got 38 minutes left. It's only 8:21 in the morning. I have been doing some food and freezer prep this morning in my jams. No apologies and no comments, please. Woo, mercy. All right. I'm going to get myself a shower, get ready for the day, and let's see what else we can come up with. This is going to be done by the time I get out of the shower and I'm all dressed, because it doesn't take me long. I wash it and get out. That's my method. No lingering in the bathroom. Okay, we'll be back, then I'll show you what we have. Aren't you excited? You should be excited. I'm showing you stuff. Like a good granny should. Showing you how to do things. Okay, we're going to be back. Okie dokie. Got my plants watered. Awesome. They said, thank you. Thank you very much. So, the pressure's down on this. I released it, let it come down on its own a little bit, and then I released the little gauge here. So let's see what we got. I know what we got, but I want you to see what we got. I better grab some pot holders. Now move the pan lid away from you when you take it off, okay? Alright. Let the steam escape. Because sometimes you got to just blow off a little steam. Okay. So awesome. Now you remember that I said I took it up to the first one? It's just, or the first mark, so it's just down, just below that mark. Hang on, my dog is barking. I gotta go get her. All right. See what that looks like? Because, see the color of it? When you put vegetables in your chicken broth or in your bone broth, you're going to get a more cloudy broth. Or when you make broth from a carcass that has been roasted or baked or browned in any way, your broth is going to be darker. If you were to start out with a raw chicken, you would get that more of that golden chickeny broth. So I'm just telling you what to expect when you use what you've got. Plus, See the onion peel in there? The onion peel. It also colors the broth, but there's nothing wrong with that. It is awesome. Now I'm going to taste it. I want to see what it tastes like. That's pretty good. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this out and then I'm going to cook this down. I'm going to have just the broth remaining. I'm going to cook it down. I'm going to cook it down so that I can intensify the flavors. It tastes good as is. It would be fine, but I want it to be a little stronger. So I'm going to remove the goodies out of it and I'm going to cook it down, and it'll cook down probably to a fourth or half. Okie doke. This broth is done. You see how much it's reduced? See the mark? It was there. Now it's down there. That's going to intensify all the flavors. That tastes really good. So I'm going to store this in a jar, probably a quart jar, another jar if I need to, but quart jar, and let's see how much we get. Alrighty. I've got almost 2 quarts. Now, I will, let's say it's probably 1 2/3 quart, okay? So that's pretty good. So think about it. I ate all week on $4.99 rotisserie chicken, and my little dog too. And I, just by boiling the carcass, I now have almost 2 quarts of good, rich chicken broth. Excuse me. Out of that $4.99. So I hope this makes you stop and think a little bit about what can be done with the things that you have. If we just and push ourselves just a little bit more, you might be surprised what you can get. All right. What's this going to be used for? It can be used for soup. It can be used for gravy. I can make a delicious batch of chicken and noodles. I can do all kinds of things with this broth. I can can it up if I want to, and eat it this winter. So if you don't can and you're not going to use it right away, put it in ice cube trays and freeze it. Make your own broth cubes. That's awesome. It adds a lot of flavor to your food. Okay? All right, listen, I love you guys. You know I do. I just wanted to bring you along with me today and show you what I'm up to. This is June the 24th, 2022. So we'll be doing some other things today. Remember those mangoes I bought for 29 cents with my digital coupon? I'm working on those right now. I might show the results of that to you at some point. But that was 10 mangoes, 29 cents a piece with a digital coupon. I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm going to can the mango or whether I'm going to freeze it. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I do know that some of it is going to be mango salsa, which is delicious. All right, listen. I love you guys. You know I do. I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and make sure that you comment
Just keep them sweet, because you know what? Everybody, I read comments on YouTube channels, and I find them very useful and resourceful. Okay, I love you, and as always, you know that little is much when God is in it. All right, bye. I'll talk to you later.